All right, guys, what is the worst place that you've ever been stuck without your headphones? For me, it was chest day at the gym. I opened up my gym bag and the only thing that was there was disappointment. No headphones, no backup, just the sound of Gym Bros and Taylor Swift echoing off the wall. It was brutal, let me tell you. And I swore that I would never let it happen to me again. Because if you're anything like me, headphones aren't even optional. This is how you power through your workout, survive a commute, or even staying sane throughout the boring workday. But even the best gear will fail sometimes, or at least we fail. You forget to charge them, you leave them by the front door, or they decide not to connect when you need them the most. That's why I always keep a backup pair, and not just any backup pair. These are the TOZO NC9 wireless earbuds, and here's why they're my go-to backup headphones when my main pair fails. Now, quick heads up, this video is sponsored, but I bought these first, and everything I'm going to talk about today is based on my own actual experience. Now, I originally bought them as an emergency set, but after a few weeks, they turned into a daily use kind of pair. They live in my gym bag. I can toss them in my glove compartment just in case there's any issues. I've even taken calls with them when my AirPods have flaked out. They're basically become my headphones insurance policy without a significant compromise and without the guilt of having to buy another $250 pair of headphones. Now let's talk about real world performance. First, it's the sound. These headphones have clean mids, adequate bass, and there's really nothing muddy about them. Second, it's the fit. Thanks to the 3 different silicone ear tips that are inside the box, you shouldn't need to constantly readjust mid-use. That let alone is going to be a big win. Next up, it's touch controls. The surface of each earbud functions as a touch control and they're surprisingly responsive for being in a small area. You can manage music by tapping on the right earbud once to play or pause, or double tapping to skip tracks. Volume control is handled independently on each earbud. If you want a long press on the right earbud to turn it up, and the left earbud is going to be to turn it down. You can also turn on ANC by tapping on the left earbud once. Thankfully, the touch controls are intuitive enough that I don't have to think about it mid-workout, but I always do have my phone in my hand in case I want to skip tracks in the middle of a workout. Now for battery life, I've been getting around 10 to 11 hours of usage with ANC turned on, which is really close to the manufacturer's 14-hour rating. But truth be told, I don't have a use case where I'm listening to audio for 14 hours straight without needing to put them back in the case. I just haven't had the use to travel. But that said, if you do need a longer endurance, the charging case gives you up to 59 hours total battery life with ANC off. But if you want ANC on, you're going to get 42 hours with that. And charging them is super easy with the included USB-C cable. They'll always be ready for when you need them. Now the cool thing is that the case even has a digital display on it. When you open it up, you'll see that there's the charge level of the case in the center, and each individual earbud is going to show you the charging level as well. This is a really nice value add, and I'm surprised that more people are not doing this for their earbuds. Now there's no blinking LEDs, no guessing. It's really a small thing, but it's going to make a big difference. And if you even want more control, there's the Tozo app. This is going to give you access to custom EQ settings and firmware updates right from within the app. You can tweak the sound profile to your liking using there's 32 or 33 different sound profiles. And there's a community aspect where, like as a user, I can publish my own sound profile to other people and where you could favorite it and then apply it to your device, which is really kind of cool. You can even switch between the different noise canceling profiles and transparency mode right in the phone. There's also background noises where you can listen to, like here they have thunderstorm, rain, forest sound, just again, something that you wouldn't really expect. And I don't know, it's a nice value add. Now I found the mic quality good enough for voice calls and quick notes while I'm on the run. Let's test it out and you can tell me what you think. So we're gonna test out the quality of the Tozo mics. Right now you should be hearing me on the internal mic on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And I'm gonna switch over the Tozos here in 3, 2, 1. Now you should be hearing me from the Tozos. A little bit windy, but not necessarily too much. How do they sound? Do you hear a lot of background noise? Let me know down in the comments below. Now to me, these headphones are for the moments when not having your main headphones just absolutely ruins your day. Maybe you forget your main pair at home, you forget to charge your main headphones, these have you covered. And that's the beauty of these. While they might be cheap enough to overlook, they certainly are good enough to use every day. And I think that for a lot of people, these could be their main pair of headphones. If you need casual listening, workouts, podcasts, and the occasional call, these would totally hold up. And at that price point, you don't need to spend $200 to get something reliable. So if you're always on the move, you're at gym, flights, commuting, and you'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, which I'm totally that person, this is one of those small upgrades that will save your mood way more often than you think, and they're worth a look. Now, I want to know what's the worst place that you've ever forgotten your headphones. Let me know down in the comments below. I want to give a big thanks to Tozo for sponsoring today's video, and Tozo, just for good sound. Make sure that you check out the link in the video description to find out more. My name is Mike, and I'll talk to you in the next one.